Okay, so it's another video here. You guys, I love this country. I do. I love politics. I always have. One of my earliest memories, I know this is kind of sad, is the Reagan Carter debates when I was 8. I loved them. It was great to watch Reagan and the things he said at that time. He's a great leader, but I'm a conservative. It's true. You obviously know that. I watched the Hannity and the DeSantis Newsom debate today. It was phenomenal. I highly encourage anyone to watch it. Go find it. It's the most stark, probably the best political event I've seen in 30 years, where you really actually get to see the difference between two sides of things. But I will say that we have to get better at abortion as conservatives. It's a tough subject, and I'm just going to give you my opinion on it. Governor DeSantis has to, he's going to run for president. He's going to have to defend, and Republicans and conservatives in general have to defend their position on abortion in this country. I think they just shy away from what the real issue is around abortion. Okay, what the core of the abortion issue, I think, boils down to, and I think it boils down to sexual responsibility. At its core, that is where conservatives, the whole fight between when is a appropriate time to curtail abortion rights. I think everybody in this country, in fact, it's known statistically, 80% of the people in this country agree that abortion should be restricted in some way. The idea that the far left has, and Gavin Newsom and California and New York have, of completely unrestricted abortion up until the moment of birth, and even sometimes after, in the case of New York, is just abhorrent. And no one believes in that. But at the core, it's about sexual responsibility. I don't care whether or not it's drunk sex, one night stand sex, the condom broke sex, the I'm a teenager and I possibly oopsied sex, rape, incest, whatever it is. The moment of when you think there might be something, a child might have been created, is not an unknown event in 90% of the time in women's minds. Okay, it's not a mystery that there's a possibility that a life may have been created. And at the core of the debate is when is it appropriate for a woman, and it has to be a woman, to make a decision about whether or not they're going to follow through, or even investigate whether or not they're pregnant. And I don't agree with the 6-week ban. The 6-week ban that we have in this state, in Texas and in Florida, is, I think, is too much. It's too soon. Simply for the fact that even at that time, sometimes it really is true that people don't know they're pregnant. Okay, I mean they don't even have a concept. But there is a point in time where that is just not true, and I think it's somewhere between around 15 weeks. I think a 15-week ban is probably the right time. Okay, that's 3 months. By that time, someone knows for sure whether or not they've missed enough cycles. They know whether or not that there's that there is that 10%. 10% of the time, people may really not know. They may have been blackout drunk and they may not remember anything. Okay, but 3 months down the line, 2 months down the line, you've missed 2 periods. You kind of know, and you should have yourself checked out. It's just sexual responsibility. And when you weigh that against the value of a life, that is where the core of the thing comes down with the where proper restrictions should be. If you've been raped, if there's been incest, then you need to have the moral courage to stand up and say something. You have to go to the authorities. You have to seek the protection that is afforded you, even if it's painful. I know, and I understand there's all kinds of arguments around it, but that's the conservative argument, is that the wheels of justice, if something has been done wrong to you, then you need to say something. And then if you don't want that baby because of the trauma, you need to work on that, and you need to work on it soon and figure it out. Okay, that I think is really the core of what should be the defense of conservatives going into the abortion issue, if they really want to try to have Americans understand, I think, what's at the core of it. So